Hello everyone, this is A New Shade of Blue. Welcome back to this prolonged project. And once again, co-starring with me.
It's your boy, what it do? Burberry Gucci.
Alright, this time guys, I selected which of the concepts I want to be my banner. As you can see here, I'm just playing with the form a bit more, trying to refine it, clean it up. Using the rotate tool. I honestly just figured out I could do that here. I think it was in the update. Before, when I tried it, it just never worked.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I decided to go with the boy in the ring approach, just with him casually giving the thumbs up. I've done this drawing before actually, so I was trying to avoid it, but it just felt like me.
This is your finalized one, the one that you picked, or this is just one of the ones that you're thinking of picking?
This is the one I picked. I'm just trying to make it right.
Okay.
I also have this template in the background. I'm not sure if I mentioned that last time or not, which will help me measure out how big it needs to be.
Okay.
Because if you recall from the first video, I tested it out, and it did not fit at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm still not 100% sure about how this measurement is supposed to work, but this template got me a lot further than anything else did.
And I know we talked about your handwriting the first time, first time I was here. So you handwrite it, but with the mouse pad.
I know I handwrite it with the stylus.
Oh, okay, so you're using a stylus.
Yeah, with the mouse it would have been way sloppier.
I was seeing that. I was like, how is that skill?
Hey,
It was with the mouse.
The early digital artists used the mouse, and I can only imagine how frustrating that must have been.
Yeah, well, you said you wanted it in your handwriting, so I was like, how do you get your handwriting with the mouse?
Yeah, the final product is not handwritten, but I did use a script that vaguely
similar.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm just going through as you can see, I'm trying to match it up again, just try to figure out what works. I have a few sketches on another page just to map out the figure. I think a part of my problem when it comes to drawing is that I try to go clean a little too early.
Oh, yeah. Instead of cleaning it up later?
Yeah. Oh, that's how the banner fit in originally. So that's how I knew that the template was a bit off.
Did you go with this color? Or did you change the color? I don't remember.
I changed it to blue.
Okay.
Yeah, blue and yellow. I actually changed my icon on Google, on my Google account. And I kind of like with the rainbow ring around it. So I may have to apply that to the design one day.
That'd be nice. Rainbow's my favorite color.
That's very indecisive of you.
It's very decisive. Rainbow is my favorite color. That's one color that I like. And the color is rainbow.
Okay. And just imagine a lot of different rainbow patterns right now.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all perfect because it's rainbow.
Whatever works for you. Let's see here. Okay. Using the shift key to make these straight lines. Honestly, straight lines are another pet peeve of mine. You can never get them straight enough.
But it's auto straight with the shift, right?
Yeah.
So now it can't be straighter than straight.
You'd be surprised. It's like...
You know what? I do feel you, because not only does it have to be straight, it has to be flat. Which I guess I don't know if that makes sense. But if it's like one is a little bit down, like a slant, it's straight, but it's at a slant. Is that what you mean sometimes?
Yeah. I mean, a lot.
I hate that too.
Yeah. The thickness is also something I struggle with. Trying to get the width exactly right.
That's what she said. All right.
I haven't heard that joke in a while.
I don't know if that was shade of blue appropriate, but
Probably not, but the reason I like you on this show is because you're not like me.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah. Contrast works best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
So did you use a tool to get the circles? Like, did you use a circle tool?
I did. I tried drawing it at first, but you saw how that was going.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna stick with it like that.
Yeah, it looked cool for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
but then my OCD started acting up.
Yeah. I feel like there's a strong line between, like, professional and personal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to be able to blend both. Where you're like, this is how it's done professionally, but this is my personal touch. To where it's not how the quote unquote professionals do it, but this is how I do it, and this is what they like, or this is what I like, and this is what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tend to stress my own work more than I should.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've seen me do this before. It's an important project to me, so I obsess over it instead of getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I drew that birthday gift for Mom?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the hardest things I ever had to draw.
I feel like you should pop a picture up. Whoever watching this, you just put a picture on the side so they know what we're talking about.
Will do. I'm pretty sure I digitized that.
Sweet.
If I didn't, I'll just take a picture.
I know how that is on the other end, because I'm like, let's just get this done. And I just get it done, whatever the first, and that's why I can't draw either, because I'm a stick figure person. And I'm like, you understand the picture, right? Like, as long as you understand the picture, it's good, right? And that's about as good as I get.
Sometimes that works. Like, there's a lot of professional storyboard artists and animators out there who can only draw stick figures.
Maybe that's what I should do with my life, is be a storyboard artist, because I think I could do that. But I just don't. I know I can't draw. It was one of the reasons why I never got into the gaming career, because I was kind of like any art, anything art and anything programming.
There had been something you liked. You got the degree.
Storyboard. I should have stuck with storyboard. But less me and more shades of blue.
Alright, so you never thought about doing a game jam one day or something?
What's that?
It's like basically it's a game design contest. You have like a certain amount of days or so to basically concept, code, and play test the game, and then you just put it online for the world to play.
See, I think you missed a fact where I hate coding and I hate drawing.
Well, I heard that part, but you can get a team together.
Okay, with a team, that's why I was good in school, because I had a team and each person liked doing one of those things, and I just made sure it got done. And I usually also had the concept of, this is how we get it done fast.
Well, you need someone like that on your team. Otherwise, you're just gonna... Perfection kills a project.
Many times I had to be like, if someone's obsessing over getting something perfect, and I'm like, I don't care. This is perfect to me. This is what we're doing. Move on.
Yeah, I believe I told you about this before. The nightmare with the line.
I'm seeing this looks like a nightmare with the line.
Yeah, it's very similar to this. When my first year at art school, we tried animating with paper and pencil for the first time.
Uh-huh.
That night I went to bed and just dreamed about this twitching line over and over again, and me just going down with the pencil trying to get it right. And like, I just woke up exhausted. And I had to go back to class and try to do the exact same thing over again.
That's funny.
Yeah, this, you don't realize just what an advantage computer technology is until you don't have it.
Yeah.
I remember.
It just seems like the back to the head and the getting the lines right. It seems, why was that? Is it just how the process is? Where you just redraw it like 5 times until you're like, all right, that's it.
That's it.
Okay. That's why I can't draw. Again, I like how you expanded the mouth there. It was weird how it changed the look drastically when you expanded it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it does pay to go into those smaller details.
Mm-hmm.
But again, benefit of digital technology.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I'd be able to erase that and still make it look good.
Yeah.
I remember in school I was sketching in my sketchbook one time in front of the computer. I made a line I didn't like and I tried to press Control-Z to get rid of it. and I did it multiple times and just asking myself, why is this working? That wasn't the only time I've done that.
Exhaust will do that to you. And school will exhaust you.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of late nights in that lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it gets fun around 3 a.m. when the students start losing their minds from lack of sleep. You start having office chair races down the hallways.
Yeah. That's when it gets fun. Where you just gotta do something else.
Yeah, I mean during exam week, that's when the pizza fairy shows up.
And people just get free pizza?
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, comes with a big wagon, big green hat, a pair of wings.
For real? In real life?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it gives out candy sometimes too.
I don't know if you should trust this pizza.
I was thinking that when I said it.
I'm thinking about your dream you had and the people racing and then this pizza fairy. I'm like, I heard y'all have fun in college, but I didn't think it was that much fun. You get to have pizza fairies and
it was from the student health organization. Yeah, just to, keep us alive.
Aren't fairies generally evil creatures?
Not generally. They're ambiguous.
Yeah, they're questionable to believe, or questionable to trust. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you ever encounter a fairy in real life, don't engage.
But what if it engages you?
Then you're screwed.
Okay, and you eat the pizza?
I had to pull up my resume here just to make sure I got the proportions of the character right.
Mm-hmm.
And I also grabbed the palette while I was there.
The color palette?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's where you do the little ink button, right? You touch it on stuff?
Yeah. I just pulled the colors and put little dots on the page so I wouldn't have to keep referring to the resume.
Okay. Tips and tricks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a dedicated palette layer. Right there.
I see it.
Yeah, when it comes to coloring, it's best to limit yourself to about, well, they say 3 colors, but I gave myself an extra 2.
Mm-hmm.
Brown is a neutral color, so that goes with everything.
Mm-hmm. So you don't count brown, or brown counts as one of the colors?
You don't count brown unless it's takes up the bulk of your color scheme. Yeah, for me, the majority of my colors are orange, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the blue, there's just a hint of it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was it was the 60-30-10 rule.
Mm-hmm. Quick question: when you're coloring in,
60.
is there a thing that is it layered so it doesn't color the black lines when you're coloring?
Yes, it is. This is actually I have an ink layer and then I have a color layer.
Okay.
Yeah, usually the best method when it comes to coloring I found is to use the magic wand tool to select it. To select the inks, go down to the color layer and then fill that in. I think I forgot that before I started doing this because it took me a while to start doing it the easy way.
Mm-hmm. I know how that is.
Yeah, that's the thing about me. I tend to I forget more than most people ever know. And then I have to try to reteach myself.
All right, Kanye. It's a Kanye quote from one of his songs.
Fair enough.
It's kind of a conceited quote. I forget more than people ever know.
At least in this field.
In this field, okay, yeah. And I give you that. I give you that. I've never heard that energy from you, and I like it. It's a first. I like it.
It's self-deprecating, I assure you.
See, that's the goal on that in that comment quote, but it's not.
Yeah, when people ask if I'm good at art, I usually say I'm not one of the best, but I'm better than most.
That's yeah. That's a fair statement. That's me in basketball. Like, I'm better than average.
Yeah, I have a little self-confidence.
Yeah.
I try to keep it buried because I believe confidence was only there to fool you.
And fuel you. Don't forget that, too. It may fool you, but it can also fuel you to it actually happening.
Yeah, I know. That's actually this character's part of this character's character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Learning to trust confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I just have to give into the fact that you're right. Demetrius Lore is just me.
Yeah. Most people do that with their first character, I think. That's like when we LARP. My first character, I was like, I'm just gonna do me. Just make this easy. Do what I know. Do what where my heart is, and be able to just let that guide.
Yeah, I always try to do the same thing too, but usually I gotta make a better version of me.
Well, of course. You gotta expand on the things that you can't really do and you want to do, but like society it's not that easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just pretty much how my characters always operate. I always want to be a character who's not suited for what he's trying to do, but I want to also be that character that overcomes that.
I'm interested in seeing where your bad guys end up. Because my understanding of where the bad guys are, I like the concept. But now that I'm thinking about it, is still very close to who you are. Because they're not innately bad people. They're just, they're just, they're doing their best for good, and they're just bad people.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought that would just be interesting. Sometimes I want Novella, the villain of my series, to those of you listening, I want her to be a fun villain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really liked it. First I'm hearing, I was like, I really like it. And I still do. But now thinking about it, I'm like, I'm just wondering how, for each character, how far off the path of you will you be able to go?
That's a really good question, honestly. I mean, they say write what you know, but what you know has limits.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how far away from me I can go before it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, exactly.
Before it starts feeling forced to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I want Demetrius to have a happy ending.
That would be interesting. I feel like you'll have to force that. No happy ending.
Basically, his whole deal is that he wants to prove himself.
Mm-hmm.
See if he has what it takes to survive in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I also feel like, the natural conclusion of that is, once you become a hero, it's not always a happy fate.
Facts.
Yeah, the Kamen Rider series that I talked to you a lot about. Yeah, pretty much the conceit of the Kamen Riders is that it's noble to be a Kamen Rider, but it's also lonely. Because ultimately, a Kamen Rider has to sacrifice everything for what's right.
Makes sense. That's just kind of how the game goes.
Yeah.
There's a reason, but at the same time, you can't have everything. So those who aren't great sacrifice greatness, and those who are great sacrifice what the average get. So
yeah, I guess so. Most of the time, the Kamen Rider shows and with the writer right off into the sunset alone. Kamen Rider Gaim was slightly different, where the character actually ascended to godhood. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze.
Coronavirus!
Sorry about that.
It's fine, I'm immune, currently.
Alright, but yeah, in Kamen Rider Gaim, the Kamen Rider ascends to godhood, and he has to leave Earth itself behind. But he did save it. He just can't live here anymore.
Like I said, you had to sacrifice normality for greatness.
I admit, I think he's the first Kamen Rider to sacrifice his homeworld. I mean, at least all the other Kamen Riders get to ride around here.
Yeah. Which still isn't... I mean, we don't know. Maybe where he went was better than here, and he don't know that either. But when he got there, he's like, yo, this is it.
From what I can tell, he just basically stands around the forest all day.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. So he went to hell.
I mean, if anyone else landed on that planet, I'm sure he would be nice to them.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's like...
I mean, he would tell them not to eat the fruit, but...
Yeah, but it's like... You want to go somewhere where you enjoy it. I mean, hopefully he enjoys... That's his favorite thing to do. And he's always happy. Maybe, like, they're happy trees that make you happy.
This is it. We finished. I might have to cut this part down a bit.
Can I say one thing? No matter how beautiful a picture of a tiger is drawn or a picture of a tiger is taken, it's not a real tiger. Save the tigers. That was it?
Yes, save the tigers. Okay. Well, this is the completion of my YouTube banner. It was a long time coming, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Listening to our conversations, our back and forths. I have some other things coming up on the pipeline, some animations, some things that are a bit different. Hope you all enjoy them when you see them. In the meantime, this is A New Shade of Blue tuning out.
It's Burberry Gucci. Holla at me.
See you next time.